Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be previewing Tottenham Hotspur's next match in the Premier League as they take on West Ham United away from home at the London Stadium in the 5th round of the Premier League. The match will be on August 31st, 2022 at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. That is 11:45 a.m. Pacific time. It will be on Wednesday, so it's a midweek game. You can watch this game in the U.S. on NBC's streaming service Peacock. It will be at the London Stadium, and the referee will be Peter Banks. Let's go into recent form now. West Ham have won the last 2 of their games, including a first win in the Premier League for the Hammers as they won 1-0 against Aston Villa, courtesy of a Pablo Fornals goal. Before that, a successful victory against Viborg in the UEFA Europa Conference League qualification stage, the final one. But prior to that, West Ham had 0 goals scored in the Premier League before the Aston Villa game and currently sit 16th at the table, 1 goal scored, 5 goals against. For Tottenham, it's been completely the opposite. They have a flying start, 3 wins and a draw. The wins coming against Southampton, Wolves, and their most recent against Nottingham Forest, where a Kane double was enough to do the damage to the newly promoted Premier League team and keep Tottenham unbeaten in the Premier League. Premier League table stands as Tottenham in 3rd with 3 games won, 1 game drawn, 9 goals for, 3 goals against on 10 points, while West Ham are in 16th place, 1 win, 3 losses, 1 goal for, 5 goals against, with a total of 3 points.
Now, moving on to team news for West Ham. Ben Johnson is out with a hamstring injury, Craig Dawson is out with a knock, and Aguerd is out with an ankle injury. For Spurs, Bryan Gil is out with a knock, Lucas Moura is also out with a knock, and Skip is out with a knock despite being back in training but probably will not feature. Also, Bentancur most likely will not play in the next couple of games due to a head injury he suffered against Nottingham Forest. And that's it for team news. Now moving on to projected lineup. Hugo Lloris in goal. Our 3 center backs, Romero, Dyer, Davies, which is Romero being back for this game, so Sanchez will get a rest. Romero will come back into the squad. I think Doherty will come in at right wing back over Emerson, give Emerson a little break. Same thing with Sessegnon and Perisic. Sessegnon will come in on the left wing side. Højbjerg will keep his spot in midfield with Bissouma, since Bentancur most likely will not play due to a head injury. And then our front 3 will be Son, Kane, and Richarlison. Kulusevski played almost the entire game yesterday. I think he's going to get a rest.
Yes. Romero almost being back from injury, that's very good news. Although Sanchez has had very good performances because he, in the last, I think, 9 games that we have started Sanchez in our defense, we've gotten 9 clean sheets. And I don't know how top opposition they've been, but that's a very good stat for a backup defender at Tottenham. As for our wingbacks, I see Emerson coming out. He's played almost every game. He played, I think, 90 minutes on yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, sorry, Sunday.
Jed Spence came in.
Until Jed Spence came in. Even then he was on. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah,
Jed Spence came on for Bentancur.
Yeah.
So Emerson played almost the whole game. He's been playing almost the whole game, every single game in the Premier League. So he'll probably get a rest here. Sessegnon and Perisic, either one could start, really. But it could be Sessegnon based on what you're saying with the whole rest thing. The fact that, Perisic does need... I think he was injured over the summer. So he does need a little bit... He needs to go back into the season slowly.
If we need him, he can be a good sub-impact.
Yes, as he was in the first... No, Chelsea. Remember Chelsea?
Yeah, like Chelsea.
Yeah. And then midfield, Højbjerg, of course, keeping his spot. He's such a good midfielder.
Yeah.
Solid.
He's been one of our best players of the season.
And he scored an absolute...
season so far.
Wilder of a goal.
Against Chelsea.
Yeah. And then, of course, Bentancur with that head injury. He's been great for us this season. But he is probably going to have to go out just as a precaution. So I think we'll see a first start for Mali international Yves Bissouma at Tottenham. That'll be exciting because he, in the 5-minute cameos that he's had, he's done very well, I think. He's shown a lot of promise and some really, really good glimpses.
I want to see what he can do when he starts.
Yeah. And then, of course, our front three, Son and Kane, I think will retain their spots. I thought maybe Son could come out for Richarlison, but honestly, in the last game against Nottingham Forest, Son came out first, which makes me think Son would play this game as he'll be fresher. And we know Son can suddenly zap into form. It's not like him being down and out is going to take 5 months to recover. He could go ahead and score a hat-trick this next game against, and we know he loves West Ham to score against. He always scores against West Ham. Harry Kane also scores against West Ham. He's English. He doesn't like West Ham. He's a Tottenham boy, so yeah. Kulusevski played much better against Nottingham Forest than the matches before. Could he get a rest? I'm not sure. He could get a rest. I know somehow Richarlison has to come in. I don't know if it'll be for Son or Kulusevski, but Richarlison has to come in because he's such a good player. Do you remember the little flick up that he did against Nottingham Forest? He had the ball in his quarter.
He started juggling.
Yeah, he got so many people mad that time, including Brennan Johnson, who completely two-footed his ankles. So yeah, I think he's a real key player to have in our lineup, and especially for a London derby where the hot fires are heated.
We also have to think about giving Harry Kane a rest.
Harry Kane probably
not this game, because he's in great form. He's gonna want to play this game. He's going to have motivation to score and stuff like that.
Honestly, this Saturday, we play Fulham. I think that's going to be a key rest game for him because it's Fulham. And I think Antonio Conte will realize that we can kind of manage without him. And then, of course, the game after that is important because it's a Champions League group stage on Wednesday, September 7th against Marseille at home at 3 o'clock Eastern. So I'm sure we'll want Kane rested for our first Champions League match since 2020. 2 years in the making. We're back in the UEFA
Our first Champions League match
since
before COVID existed.
And when, what was it, Red Bull Leipzig destroyed us.
4-0 or something.
Was it 4-0?
Yeah. No, it was like 3-0 on one leg, 1-0 on the other leg.
That's it. And Gio Lo Celso was our star player.
Gio Lo Celso and Eric Lamela, I think in the first leg where we lost 1-0, they both hit the post on a free kick.
Dele Alli was playing striker.
That's when everyone was injured.
That was when we were in the pits.
Sonny was injured. Kane was injured.
Yeah.
Who else? We had Dele and Lucas Moura. They were our two.
I think Juan Foyth was a regular starting center back with Eric Dyer. That isn't and Eric Dyer at that time had no sense of capability at center back. Let's move into some head-to-head previous meetings with West Ham. So in the past, we've met West Ham a total of 26 times. West Ham with 10 wins, Tottenham with 12, and 4 draws to split between us. In terms of our last meeting with West Ham, it was a successful 3-1 win for Tottenham with a Zuma own goal and a Son double, giving us the nod over Benrahma's 1 goal for the Hammers. Before that, it was a 2-1 win over West Ham in the Carabao Cup. I believe this was the quarterfinals, where Bergwijn and Lucas Moura scored. And then just before that was the last time that we lost to West Ham, which was a 1-0 loss, courtesy of an Michail Antonio goal. This was still, I believe, in the Nuno era. This was not this was far before we saw Antonio Conte come in, but I think we can win this game. West Ham are dipping in forms.
What's your score prediction?
3-1.
I'm going to say 2-1.
I'm going to say 3-1 because that was our scoreline last time, and we always seem to score 3 goals against West Ham. We just have to make sure we're defensively solid at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's our key. But, that's it for match preview. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoy our content. Comment down below what your score prediction is. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!